Hey everybody. Uh-oh. Jump the gun. Jump the gun on the stream. Give me 1 second. Hey, I forgot my LaCroix. What in the world? Or check this out. We're double LaCroix. Orange and cran raspberry. I earned it this morning. Oh. Alright. So you can see I made the revision update. We're at 0.45 right now. This was actually a lot bigger than I anticipated. The free agency thing that popped up at the end of this morning's stream ended up being a much bigger deal than I thought it was going to be. My hair looks all weird. I need a haircut. Anyway, yeah, the free agency thing was rough. I ended up rewriting some pretty big sections of it. I have a feeling it may affect our salary cap management, but that's okay. That's what this season's all about. I also, so I did, I know I had said, I'm probably going to just focus on the free agency. Am I watching back the stream? But I watched the whole thing back, and I ended up building a decent list. I got 6 things left on the list. This is after free agency. So, I mean, that's why it pays to watch the tape. That's not bad. So I didn't get to my depth chart. Nah. Oh well. So I'm doing it right now. I kind of like what I always do. I just put the guys that I know where I want them to play. I'm gonna place them. Everybody else, I'm gonna kind of let go where they go. This is something I'm doing. So if I go to position here, this feels like a waste of money. I'm gonna try Chaney at wide receiver. Ew, I forgot. I didn't notice he had a 3 in running. So I'm not gonna try him out wide receiver anymore. I thought he was a little bit better than that. I was gonna use him in the screen game, but a 3 for running means he's not gonna be able to navigate his blocking at all. So, all right, well there goes that idea. I was getting really excited to do that, but now that I look at the actual ratings, there's no possible way that would work. Womp womp. Alright, everything else actually looks pretty good except this guy. What in the world is he doing playing corner? Oh, because there's nobody left. There you go. There's nobody left to play corner. Oh well, I'm just going to have to deal with it. I have 2 safeties, so having a bad corner is not going to be the worst thing in the world. If it doesn't work out, I could always flip Lucas over to corner, or Chaney. I could flip one of my safeties over to corner and put somebody at safety. So we can navigate that problem. All right, so I like my roster. It's pretty good. Let's do our finances right now before I forget, because if I forget, I'm never going to forgive myself. None of my offensive skill players I want to keep because they're all still garbage. I've yet to figure out how to fix that. All of my big guys I want to keep. That's the really horrible guy that I don't want to do anything with, so I'm going to leave that person. Let's see. This is the rookie I grabbed. Isaac Tyler. Doesn't bring hardly anything to the table, so I'm probably going to let him go. I'm fine with letting all of my skill position guys go. They're so bad. Yeah, so I think we're fine. I'm going to save that. Let's go to, let's go back to this. Let's go to, before I dive into the games, let me check my list. Is there anything I need to look at? Not yet. Free agency is going to be kind of important. Ooh, preseason at the Swarm. Do the Swarm still have that running back? This kind of goes against my playing preseason deal, but he's getting old. He's still good. Oh my goodness. I've never seen that. Why in the world? Well, okay, I know why. Because he doesn't have any receiving. I'm like, why in the world is this guy not playing running back? Well, oh my gosh! What? And they have no quarterback. Oh my god! What are you guys doing? I've got to play the Swarm. Oh my god, this is going to be an insane game. Let's play. This one's going to be insane. There, broken tackle, touchdown. Oh my goodness. This is going to be one hell of a game. Oh boy. This might be the fastest team I have ever seen. Bang! At least they're all on offense. Maybe. Ugh. I wish he was better at running. If he well, okay. If he had better running skill, he would cost me just a ton. Oh my god, 4th and 2. It's too early to go for it. Okay. So I'm more worried about that running back than I am the passing game. So let's bring the strong safety up. Yeah, he was in some good pursuit. I think that's the right call. Yeah. Yep. Keeping him coming up is going to be the right move. I mean, it's not really slowing him down all that much, but let's try this version. Oh, I like that. What's the difference? Oh, these guys are playing an under zone now, which I think oh my god, he got blocked the heck out of there. I kind of like the under zone. God, they're always just barely getting it. That was good defense right there. Ooh, they're throwing it. Nice. Yes, I held him. Good deal. My wife finally watched my last stream. She was very into the coffee segment at the end. She thought that was kind of funny. It was funny. I could be funny. All right, let's try throwing the ball. This running is just not working. Oh my god. They're fast on defense too. Power sweep maybe? There it is. There, broken tackle. See, broken tackles are just making it for me. Oh my god. Oh, god, without the broken tackles. Well, I mean, I guess the same thing could be said for his guy. Here we go again. Get him, yes. Alright. think I have to keep bringing the safety up. I can't let him get big yardage. Yes, nice move. God, it's like I can stop him. Jeez. There it is again. Spread it out a little more. Yeah, good deal. Yeah, Channy. This is where it pays to have Channy back there because they're not going to break a home run against me. Or I shouldn't say they're not. It's going to be really rare that these guys break a home run against me because Channy is so fast and he's playing safety. So he should be able to cut anybody off. That's probably the best reason to keep him at safety. It's because he's got the speed to cut any of those long plays off before they turn into a home run. Let's try throwing it. The running is just not working. There we go. Man, this is a good team. Let's try this. So the thing that sucks is I really only have one receiver. It's my tight end. So I have to find ways to get him the ball. Plus he's not... Yeah, there you go. Oh! He'd still be running! Ah! God! I'm running that again. That is the ultimate pick play right there. Well, that time it didn't work, but man, that was awesome. Come on. Dang it. I'm going for it. We'll use my bread and butter play. Yes, I got it. Okay, granted, it's preseason. There it is. Oh, I think we might be in Tanner's range. Ugh, that looked ugly. Let's do a delay. Pancake. There it is. Yeah! The blocking. Ooh. Dance, Kirby. Alright. What a game. Oof. Man, my zone defense is legit. Ooh, I gotta take a note. I just saw something. Alright. Keep going now. Yes! Ice the game. Alright. Sim that to end. Cool. That was fun. Alright. I'll sim a bunch of games. Oh man, look at that winning streak. Lose. Lose. It always seems to happen. Why do I even say winning streak? 4, 5. 5 losses in a row. Win. Alright. Yeah, I don't really care that much about that. Ooh, Sasquatch. Number 2 defense. Not bad. Ooh. Ooh, the number 3 defense. Yikes. Number 1 offense. Let's get the Nightmare. Do I want to play them? Good quarterback. Good running back. Good receivers. Good tight end. This looks like a fun team. Let's play this team. Save it in case I crash something. Let's play them. these guys are going to do, so I'm going to start off kind of safe. Oof, look at that pass rush versus pass block. Oh, that guy's terrible. I don't need to worry about that. Oof. Let's try to blitz. I haven't blitzed much. Well, he's pretty good. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, these are the same play. Yeah, that one he wasn't so good at. Yeah, all right. Okay. Oh, no way. No way. Oh my god, I can screen finally. Pancake. Power screen. You gotta catch the ball. Let's do this tight screen. I haven't gotten to run this one at all. Yeah, that's not bad. What else we got? Quick screen. A little slower than I hoped for the quick screen. Although a lot of that could be my quarterback's not very, he doesn't have the intelligence really. So even though the drop back timer could be up, it could take my quarterback another pretty significant cycle to be able to actually throw the ball. Oof. If I had an actual quarterback or an actual receiver, yikes. Yeah, they're just too good at the run. I gotta throw. Let's do it. Let's do the wheel. Oh my goodness! That's a really good play. God, if I had I need to get a receiver. I really have to get one. All right. God, this defense is so good. All right, I'm just gonna sim to the end. Yeah, I'm smoked those guys. Let's preview the Chickens game. Oh, cool. I'm not going to play it. We got to get to free agency. I got to test free agency again. Yeah, I won! Nice. College. We got to check college. That's on the list. Just schedule. More interested in the schedule. So LSU, Oklahoma State. LSU ended. Uh-oh. They played the week prior. Oh, they were both so far. They were both. So what? LSU had 15 wins. All right, this is going to be another weird scenario. So LSU lost that game and won that game. So they split. So that means LSU had 14 wins going into bowl season. Oklahoma State was 13-1. Toledo. What did Toledo have? Toledo won. So Toledo had 12 wins going into bowl season. Okay, so basically Oklahoma State and the LSU were 2 wins ahead of the third place team. So, yeah, this is like the perfect storm. So, if Oklahoma State would have lost that game, I bet they would not have made the national championship because the number 1 team lost the game. Oklahoma State may have bumped up to the number 1 team, or they would have been like tied. Then they played again. Okay, so it's like the perfect storm of weird ranking systems. All right, so it still seems reasonable. Still pretty good. That almost happens sometimes in real world, but it's always very strange. It's when you have a couple of teams that are way too good. Anything else I gotta check? No. Okay, we're good. We're good to move on. Oh, make sure I resigned. Cecil Jacobson, he didn't really get that any better. Collier, no. Nope. We're going to let them all go. End the season. I'm going to hang on to everything. Maybe. Let's see what we got for zone. 3 safety guy. I don't really want to run the 3 safety anymore. Nah, I'm going to stick with what I got. Uh-oh, another bad draft. I don't know if it's a bad draft or if it's just a cheap draft. So no quarterbacks and running backs and wide receivers and tight ends. So, oh, a couple good O-linemen. 8 good O-linemen. Ooh, a couple D-linemen. You don't see that very often. Yeah, it's not a bad draft. They're just inexpensive players. I should stop judging draft by the salary. I should start looking at the actual players. Alright, let's do it. Alright, first of all, is there any receivers? Dang it. This is a guy I should get. Or this guy. Oh, Salazar. Yeah, we know him. Some receiving and some running. That's what I need to be looking for. Those are really the only 2 guys. After that, it just kind of... Some fast guys. Those guys are all going to be gone by the time I pick, though. Alright. Let's just go a few and see what the trade offers look like. Now we're beyond anybody good. Let's go to my pick. There's not, of course, there's not going to be any. Yeah, dang it. I mean, this guy could play running back at least. So this guy could play... God, he can't do anything, really. You know what? I should get a running back. I'm going to get this running back just so that I can stop having to fill running back every single year in free agency. I've got to invest in somebody on my offense eventually. Even if he's not a star, like, I have to stop having to fill all 3 skill positions every single year. Now, I don't want Tanner to think that I'm replacing him, but I might be replacing him eventually. I'm going to start developing a kicker. Alright. Here's the deal. Save. Alright. So, free agency. What was the problem? The problem was... So the way I'm doing free agency is each team goes through 2 stages. The first stage is review the offers you already have. And part of that process is each team does this 3 times before we go to the next stage. So what it is find every guy that I've made an offer for. Find out who has the top bid. If the top bid is me, just everything's cool. Just whatever, right? Leave it. If the top bid is somebody else, figure out if the player's worth, figure out what the player wants, and the player always wants a minimum of $1 more than the top bid. If the player thinks his value is $5 more than the top bid, he wants $5 more. But it's almost always $1 more than the top bid. Figure out if that's too much. And the way you determine if that's too much is, what is the player worth on my roster? Plus a little aggressiveness factor. And what is the player's absolute worth as a player to anybody? And then that's that 1.4, or that's that 140% number I keep using. And then if both of those still fit, if the ask fits both of those, then I up my offer so that I'm the top offer. That's the review offer section. Then there's the make offer section, and it basically goes through the same evaluation, only it is evaluating the players that have not shown up on my offers list. So it's all the players I haven't made an offer for. So it does those in order. What the error was that as I'm doing these for a team, the review offers was looking good. Then it goes to the make offers. And the make offers does that evaluation. It starts with, give me a list of everybody who I haven't made an offer for. And it just goes and starts whittling it down. Okay, is this guy good enough even to make my roster? If no, remove all those guys. Remove all the guys I can't afford. Remove all, and it just like basically starts removing guys out of this list. And what ends up is you're supposed to have this list that is only the guys I'm interested in and only the guys I can afford. And that actually was working just fine. The last step is, okay, give me what the player wants and create the offer based on that. Now there's an assumption, because like 5 steps up, that I've already whittled out the players I can't afford. So that by the time I'm down here and I'm making my final offer, the assumption is that I can afford the player because I've already pulled out everybody I can't afford. The problem is other teams are making offers. This isn't a serial operation. I'm kind of batching this stuff. And if another team has come in between the time that I said this player could be afforded and the time I finalizing the offer, if another team came in and made an offer, the player's demand just shot up, and I've already said I can afford this guy, so I'm making an offer for whatever the player wants. Well, now the player wants something different than he did up here. And that was the step that the filter was not catching, because it had already gotten past the filter and we were in the make offer section. So I fixed that. I plugged that filter in the right place, and I plugged that hole. The problem is I realized 80% of the free agent offers were getting made because they were missing that hole. So in my first few tests, I was the only one making offers, because when I finally plugged the filter hole and the filters actually started taking effect, nobody thought the players were worth what the filters said they should be worth. So like the filter about fitting into my depth chart, well, if you think about it, these guys are only free agents because the teams already decided they didn't want them. So they're already not going to be superstars on most teams. Now, unless I forget to sign somebody, then he's going to be a superstar. Okay, so that's filter 1. Filter 2 is, what's the player think he's worth? And am I going to bid more than that? Well, if I don't think he's going to be great on my roster, I'm definitely not going to give him what he thinks he's worth at his best position, because that already would have been taken into account on my roster. So basically, team rosters and coach preference was overriding everything once I plugged the hole, and coaches didn't like anybody in free agency. So that's what took most of the problem. And I think I got it now. So, like, I'll just start the first day. You're not going to see a ton of offers the first day anymore because now coaches are actually evaluating the talent correctly. And up until today, they were not doing that. They were not evaluating talent according to their roster. They were evaluating talent based on talent's sake alone. And so they were happy to bid on anybody. They didn't care, you know? So that changed everything. And what it looks like is coaches are now more careful with their money, which I think is going to mean we're going to have a pretty significant impact on teams' number relative to the cap. And I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I just know it's going to make a difference. I don't know. It could make a difference in either way. It could mean that teams are going to have a lot more cap money. It also could mean teams are now more, because they're being smarter on the higher price players, maybe they have more money left for mid-level players. And maybe they end up signing more players. And maybe that means they're closer to the cap. I don't really know yet. I think it's going to be better. I'm a little bit worried as to what's going to happen with the cap now. So we're going to have to pay attention. Anyway, so that's a long way of me just saying I think I fixed it. Now, I need a wide receiver. Oh, let's go look at my team. We'll auto based on what I got. And based on what I got, once again, I need... Mac's going to stay at running back. I'm committing to him at running back. I got to fix that. Tanner just made the starting lineup as a wide receiver. No thanks. All right, so I'm down to needing an offensive lineman. Finally, I need both wide receivers. I still think my defense is rock solid. I could use another corner, but I really like my defense. So that's what we need. Wide receiver. I would love to get an offensive lineman and a corner. So let's do this. If I were going to prioritize my money, which you should do, I would really like to get that offensive lineman first. Unfortunately, because this is free agency, all these guys are garbage. Not significantly better than what I've got, so I'm going to save that money for wide receiver. 3 years is a little long for my taste here. This guy feels like a reasonable screen receiver. Oh, this guy could be a good screen receiver. Let's go for him. This guy could be a pretty good receiver. 2 years. Let's go for both of those guys. You know what? If I've got two high-priced free agency receivers, I just deal with it. I think my defense is good enough that I don't have to get a super high-priced guy to play corner. I'm just going to look and see if there's anybody I really like. I like this guy at corner. Oh, he's 49 speed, though. No, I like him a lot less now. I like this guy at corner because of his receiving skill. Of course, he's 50 speed, so maybe I don't like him that much. 64 speed, it's getting a little more reasonable. I'm not giving him 2 years at 28, though. Let's see. I want somebody with receiving, but I don't want him to be as slow as dirt. O'Brien. Oh, I'm already bidding on this guy as a receiver. Wait, what if I put him at corner and I get another receiver? What if I just get an actual receiver? I mean, his running's terrible, but just have him play receiver. 2 years 24 is reasonable. I can do that. Let's try that. Are you guys gonna sign or what? Yeah. Oh, the other thing is, I did tweak just slightly. Free. Oh, they already signed. Okay, never mind. Did they? I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, now they signed. I did slightly change the receiving. Like, what are the guys thinking through the days? So after day 4, guys are going to sign quicker than they were signing before. There, you can see now the AI teams are a little more aggressive when you get later in the draft and guys start getting cheaper. So it just overall, I think free agency is getting better. You can see there's a few teams that didn't fill out their roster. But that's because they didn't feel like anybody was worth. They probably had their favorite players on the positions already, and they couldn't find anybody to fill them. But what'll happen is we finish free agency. You go back to the teams now. They've all filled their rosters now with the free agents that are left over. They're all on 1-year deals. So it's kind of like the AI teams reserved all this cap space. That cap space is going to be available for them in the draft in next year's free agency. So what I'm looking at is, are they hoarding cap space too much so that when we get to free agency, there just aren't enough star free agents for them to use up all the cap space? Like, is that what's going on? I like them having cap space because that means they're able to re-sign all the guys that they have, and I think that's the most important thing that I want. Is I want teams to keep their best guys. So I'd rather almost everybody be under the cap. But that being said, I don't know that I want tons of teams hoarding cap space. So we'll see. We'll see. What I could do is I could just make players sign a lot faster. Like, instead of that first 3 days, make every player sign like if they go 1 day without getting an offer, and then that'll allow teams to burn through offers and players a lot quicker. Or I can just allow free agents to ask for way more money again. I don't really love that solution, but it's there. All right, let's check out my team. All right, we'll do a quick auto. All right, so I've got an actual wide receiver there. Actually, this guy is going to be my screen receiver because of his running. Oh, that's not going to work. He's the blocker. No, I'm still gonna do it. He'll be a good blocker for when I run the quarterback, but he's got to be the guy that runs with the ball. My line is starting to show some age. D-line still looks good. Linebacker 1 looks good. Linebacker 2, Corner 1, Corey Clark. Zone defense, receiving. This guy should be an interception machine. O'Brien, zone, receiving. Not great, but not bad. He should be okay. This guy actually would be just a monster corner. But I'm loving him at tight end. I just love him at tight end. Just great. Great. Channy, I'm really appreciating him at safety, and Lucas, I'm having my two safeties be my two best defenders, frankly, I really am liking that. It's making my defense. I think what this is doing is, I know in the fast sim it does it. I also am starting to see it in the real time sim. Is having great safeties is really cuts down on the big plays, which makes perfect sense, right? Um, but I'm really noticing the difference. My two superstar safeties are just almost completely eliminating those long touchdowns. Which is funny because I've always undervalued safety play. I've never really put much stock in it. And I think my safeties are really what's keeping my team at the high level. All right, my quarterback still kind of sucks as a quarterback. Kind of sucks as a running back, but the combination of the two makes him awesome. He actually would be my best screen receiver. How about that? Weird. Just the best athlete on my team. He would be a really good screen receiver. That's weird. He's 27. I got to start thinking about finding a guy to groom. Because if this guy, probably in the next 3 years, I need to have somebody on my roster preparing. Because if he starts to lose some of this running, definitely some of the speed, but if he starts losing this running or this passing, I'm going to be really in trouble. All right, anyway. Enough with all that. Let's check my finances. Yeah, we got to re-sign him. Perkins definitely needs to be re-signed. J.C. Suarez needs to be re-signed. Atkins needs to be re-signed. Both my safeties. Oh, come on. Do I re-sign Tanner? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oof. I think we still re-sign Tanner. What's my cap situation look like? I don't know if I re-sign Tanner. I got this guy. Let's wait on Tanner. This might be time to part ways. Oh boy. Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. Alright. Well, I'm not going to play any games right now. I've actually got, from the last stream, I've got a really good list going. Like I said, I got 6 things on the list. And it's 7 now. And 2 of them are actually pretty big things. So I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna replay free agency in that game. I watch the tape and see if there's anything to add to the list. And then I think we're gonna be good. I'm liking where things are going still. I'm curious about the free agency thing. So I want to watch this tape of free agency before I do another one or get too far. And just kind of make sure nothing weird popped up while I was doing it. If it looks good, I'll zip this up and get it up on Steam because there's a lot of other fixes in here for other things. If it looks like anything's catastrophic, I'll fix that and then I'll get it up on Steam. So that's the plan. Oh yeah, that's it for right now. Let's save it. We'll exit, and then I'll crack open this LaCroix while I wait for the stream to catch up. That's the nice noise.